groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
And welcome back to Central York High School here in North York in Pennsylvania and part of the YAIAA, the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. We're proud to be bringing you this high school sports live TV special here tonight, brought to you by Jack Giambalvo, family of dealerships right here in the York area. West York and Central, and there you see the Bulldogs in blue and white, and they are ready to get it on tonight. They are undefeated for the season. They're missing their best player tonight, Kevin Rice, in terms of being a scorer, but they got tons more where they came from. On the other side for Central, they haven't won a league championship in 40 years, and they're undefeated in the league going into the night in Division I, and we're underway. West York controls it. Long stroke from the outside by Noah Cable. Central controls it with Peter Fauci. Sam, what you'll see from Central all night long is this half-court pass and cut. The long shot taken by Royce Clemens.
Central runs a very effective offense. Like you said in pregame, it's the York Catholic offense, the foraging, Mike Kesey, with Central having three former Catholic alumni. It's very prevalent.
Tough shot taken there. Central on it, and will control. Sam Saxton with the basketball. He's the leading scorer on this club.
Saxton is a great shooter. I'm sure you'll see his abilities throughout this game tonight.
Talking about York Catholic, Fauci. His father is one of the assistant coaches. His father was also a point guard on York Catholic's team years ago. Here's West York back with the basketball. And our first foul of the game.
Now we talk about Central's York Catholic-like offense. When you talk about West York, they get the ball up the court fast, very fast. I was very impressed with them when they played York High a couple nights ago.
And they're a quick hitting kind of team. They'll try to get it quickly inside if they can, or a quick drive. Ball in the hands of Joshua Bailey. Big Parker Weekly with a good putback, and Weekly with the first points of the night.
Parker Weekly is a big fella down in that paint. I'd like to see him have a big night tonight because Central is not that big.
And obviously that's where Bill Ackerman wanted to go right away. Good pass to the baseline and put away there by Charlie Gingrich, the big counterpart on the other side.
Right back at you, big fella.
West York has their own version of the motion too. They're constantly cutting, moving without the basketball, screening. Tough shot that time by Noah Cable. Taken back. Darian McCauley stays on it. And now the foul on the baseline. And it will be called on Chase Niederer.
Get used to seeing McCauley on the floor. He is a scrappy basketball player.
Your officials tonight, by the way, John Eister, Kevin Lawrence, and Scott Luckenbaugh. I'm going to get down to Charlie in the next moment. Saxton with the ball. Saxton averaging 14 points a game for the Panthers. Both these teams number 2 in District 3. Central in 4A, West York in 3. Nice drive to the lane, a good pull-up there by Sam Saxton for 2. It's 4-2 Central. Let's get down to Charlie Forty on the sideline.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm watching closely Coach Kevin from Central York, and what is his focus in this game? What is he trying to do with Central York? That early basket for West York around the hoop, he did not like. He pumped some energy into his guys, and the last 2 possessions, you saw the response.
A long shot put up by Chase Niederer, no good. Central gets it back. Foul's going to be called on Nieder coming back down, and for Nieder, that's going to be foul number 2, and he's quickly to the bench.
That's perfectly fine for Coach Ackerman. He has a very deep bench. He plays about 11 guys.
Plays everybody. Nick Tritino in for him. Now Central back on the offense. They lead by 2. One of the things we watched tonight a lot, Charlie, is the spacing between players. They keep a lot of space out there. Just an outstanding passing team, but a turnover there.
Yeah, when you're under the basket, Gary and Sam, you can see why Central York's so good. You definitely see why West York's good because they're extremely fast, but you see the poise of Central York.
Right there's something else for Central York they don't want to see tonight, Sam, is this. They don't want to get caught in a running game with West York, and then they tried to push it a little fast. They got lucky on the tip, or it would have been turnover number 2. They still have the ball underneath. They want the ball in a half-court game. West York wants to make this thing, full court the whole night.
Absolutely, absolutely. Catholic wants to slow down and keep it in the half court, just like you said. You don't want to run with West York.
Well, I did see the right turnover there because they finally said, yeah, it never tipped. So 2 turnovers now for Central, none for West York so far in the game.
Hey, they're fighting for every possession here. They just overturned the inbounds being given to Central York because they're fighting for everything. The clock was supposed to go the other way, the arrow.
Kessler with a steal. Make that Saxton with a steal, rather, and we'll go to the line for 2.
I believe that's Cable's second as well.
So that's his first, actually.
That's his first, okay.
So foul's going to get marked up on Noah Cable, his first foul. Team's third.
That's the guy you don't want to see at the free throw line. He's a great shooter.
Yeah, he's about 67% for the free throw line, but he is the leader of this club. One of the leaders, I should say. They have a bunch. Look at that stroke. 4 points in the game now for Sam Saxton. Central leads by 4.
Well, on courtside, guys, Saxton is a good 6'2". He has arms like a linebacker. I mean, this kid's a player. Only a junior. He's one of 10 juniors on this Central York team, guys. Or underclassmen, I should say.
Trying to punch it down into their post there. You're going to get a foul called. This time on Central. That'll be a foul on Peter Fauci. That's his second foul. Really impressed, Sam, with the patience by both teams here and trying to get the basketball where they want it.
At the end of the day, they're both 2 well-coached teams.
There it goes. Getting inside again to the big fella. And you see Parker Weekly putting it away for his 4th point of the game. See Central, they will keep the lane open all the time, constant cutting and getting those kind of shots. Good pass underneath. And put away by Andrew Sowers.
I tell you, man, that gives me nightmares seeing those backdoor cuts and those little baskets underneath.
You remember the old days having to play against that stuff,
It puts me right back in those York High, York Catholic games.
I told you in the last broadcast, guys, one of my biggest nightmares was going to New York Catholic. We were number 4 in the state that year in Quad A.
There you see the solid drive again by Sam Saxton. He's got 6 points already, 10-4 Central leads.
Saxton has my early vote for player of the game.
See Cable handling the basketball. Another good pass inside. And maybe a little too quick trying to get the ball in the post. 3rd turnover now for West York.
I'll tell you what, though. Central's interior is their interior defense is a little weak. That ball keeps getting right under the basket.
I agree with you, Sam. I was just thinking that, and the pass might have been hard, but you don't want to lob it inside. I thought that should have been handled. That should have been 2 points.
Jared Wagner into the game, number 24 for Central. And I'll tell you what, Saxton has come to play tonight. He's got 8 points in the first quarter as he makes a relatively easy score off a drive.
Hey, they're gonna have to get somebody on him to slow him down.
Well, Josh Bailey just felt the wrath of those arms we were talking about earlier.
You got another turnover for West York. Turnover department so far, West York with 4, Central with 2. Timeout on the court. Central leads early here, 12-4 in a battle of the unbeatens in the 2 divisions here in the York Area League. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For 57 years, you know the Big 33 Football Classic as the Super Bowl of high school football. 2012 brought the Big 26 Baseball Classic. Look out in the fall of 2014, the Big 13 Basketball Classic, which will feature top high school basketball talent. Stay tuned at big33.org.
Welcome back to Central York High School, where Central leads early, 12-4. And what have you seen so far, Sam?
Right now, I see a Bulldog team who is a little flustered. They're getting easy buckets on the inside. They're not converting them. And I see a very confident Central Panthers team that's sitting on Sam Saxon's back. That look like they have a chance to win this game. But it's very early, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you see West York picking up man-to-man pressure. They've not been able to get into a full court game so far, which is what they are looking for. Look at that pass by Saxton. Good head and shoulder fake, but a shuffle. Got to give credit there again to Parker Weekly for making Charlie Gingrich shuffle on the head and shoulder fake, but a great pass underneath by Saxton.
Gingrich, from what I've seen in a couple games, he loves contact, so you might have a few opportunities to get some charges.
Let's just see what Central, and one of the things that Bill Acker was talking about before the game, they switch on every screen. A la York Catholic, they did the same thing, but they will switch every single screen, and they're good at it.
Hey, a junior, number 2, Kyle Ensick just came in the game. They're back inside, though. We'll talk about that.
There's the one place in the week so far, though, is Parker Weekly with all 6 points in the paint right now for West York.
Yeah, he's going to have to get some help, guys, from the rest of the team, but that is a good place to get, and here's that help he might need.
Great job getting back and taking away the steal after turnover with Sam Saxton, and then quickly turning it back in on the other end for 2.
Saxon is on a roll tonight. That was an amazing steal and an amazing pass to get down the court.
And Jack Wagner with his first 2 points of the evening off the steal.
Put me down for an early vote for play of the game right there. That was a big play.
Like you said, we have a ways to go in this one.
A long way.
Guys, what made that play was a 3/4 court one-handed pass off the dribble by Saxton. What a pass.
Long stroke by Kyle Einsick, no good, and Central gets it back. Here's where they live, at the half-court game. Boy, having a big move there by Charlie Gingrich. Charlie Gingrich with his 4th point of the night, so the big guy on the other end kind of answers. He liked going to the basket there.
That's a big boy move there. You got to be a big guy to survive in that paint tonight. 43 and 44 are going at it.
So far, West York has looked inside a lot for Parker Weekly. And they do again. This time can't catch it. 6 turnover the first half now. Excuse me, make that 7 for the Bulldogs. Long stroke, nothing there at the end of the quarter. We'll take a timeout. Central leads at 16-6 after 1 here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
Hey guys, we're with the Panther Nation. These guys and these students are amazing. I think this rivals some of the student sections we've seen up in Harrisburg. I don't know. I haven't seen an outfit like this in a long time, guys. Gary and Sam, I'm staying down here. It's a lot more exciting, guys.
Yeah, they got some of the best outfits we've seen all year, too, as we start the second quarter here with Central. And the missed shot there by Andrew Sowers, but we'll have a foul called to be going the other way. Check that. It'll be a turnover. 5 turnovers now for Central. 7 turnovers in the first quarter for West York. Only 2 shots so far with the free throw line, those both coming from Saxton.
Gary, now this is the part about West York that I love. They have a lot of the bench players and a lot of their benches in the game right now, but you'll see, they might turn it up. There they turn it over.
There you get it again. A little bit of a turnover here to start the second quarter, and you can't rush. What's the old thing John Wooden said? Be quick, but don't hurry.
Don't hurry.
And West York is definitely quick. Hurried a little bit on that possession. See the spread now, the spacing. You got about 15 to 18 feet between each one. Long shot from the outside, burying it. And that was Brandon Schaefer, the first 3 of the night.
He was making that one as soon as he set his feet. That looks like Central ball.
And it's going to be tipped by Central, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs of West York leading Division II of the YAIA, undefeated in that category. Central leading Division I of the YAIA. Nice pull-up on the baseline that time. You saw number 20, and that was Ian Lollick into the game. He's only a sophomore.
Oh, he's a pretty good sophomore. He definitely has a great stroke. He had some big buckets the other night.
Quick turnover by Central. They try to convert on the other end again as Lollick. Foul on the play.
Now to expand on the point that I had a second ago, this group right here that's in the game was very much a presence in the York High game. Diego Torres is a hustle guy who I just love. I don't care what he averages, but his on-the-court production is great.
First free throws tonight for West York, and it rattles out. Checking back to the game is Noah Cable. In for Clayton Fry.
Hey, Gary, is it me or have there been like 5 or 6 Cables in a row? They've been on like a decade run right now. How many? Has it been 3, 4?
West York says, keep on feeding me with them.
Right.
3 points now for Ian Lollick quickly into the game here. 2-2-1 coming back on the press. Central taking their time. Another turnover for Central. It's the 3rd of this quarter. Long bomb, good rebound by Kessler. Make that Clemens that time. Here's Clemens. Tough pass. Still handled. That was missed by Tyler Wagner, and then a stick back. Wow.
Guys, this Central York team reminds me of a little more athletic Lancaster Catholic team we saw on High School Sports Live with like a little more tools in the tool belt, but just very fundamentally sound. Jump stop, bounce passes, but also knows how to play the game.
How about another sophomore here, Charlie Gingler, trying to do it the hard way. Gets the 3-point the way the big guys do it, Sam, and he has 7 points already here in the first half.
I'm loving these battles in the paint right now. You got Torres and Gingrich going at it now. This is special.
You got Gingrich on the other side. Another missed shot by West York. Here come the Panthers. Panthers have not won a league championship in York area since 1974. That's 40 years of barren desert there in that regard.
I'll tell you what, though, Gary. If you see their youth programs are very strong. And it was only a matter of time before it came up. It rose up to the high school.
Oh, and how about this? 10 out of the 12 guys that are out here tonight are underclassmen for Central. 8 out of the 13 underclassmen for West York. So the cupboard is no longer bare.
It's no longer bare. And I'm going to tell you what. You have to give a lot of credit to AAU basketball because I'm going to tell you, a lot of those sophomores play together and a lot of those juniors play together.
Sure
I've seen them on the circuit a lot. Look at Torres having an impact there.
And a 4th turnover of this quarter now for Central. So West York gets it back. still down, though. They're not really making the most of these turnovers thus far that Central's handed them.
You know what, Gary? I haven't looked at the score in a long time, and I just peeked over it, and I'm very surprised to see it 22-9. This is a great game.
Reverse of the basketball, trying to get it back inside. And stolen away by Central. It's 9 turnovers in the game now for the Bulldogs.
Now, what I'm noticing here, I'm not sure if it was just a great deal of respect for York High Jair Wilson or if it's a lack of respect for Central, in that West York is focusing going inside, and they're turning the ball over a lot. I didn't see that the last game that I saw them play.
Joshua Bailey handling the basketball is going to get fouled. Foul, I think, is going to be called on Peter Fauci. And for Fauci, if I'm not mistaken, that's 2 fouls now in the game. 2 fouls on Fauci so far, and quickly they're going to get him out of the game. There's Jared Wagner back in for him. It's interesting, look at the officials out there on the floor. Another turnover here by West York. And West York with their 10th turnover of the game now. I was going to say, look at the officials out there. On the baseline, you see Matt Lawrence, who is a former basketball coach, Kevin Lawrence, excuse me, former basketball coach at Susquehanna Girls. Revitalized that program years ago.
It's a great pump fake there. Drive and kick for a big three.
So that's the way you draw it up, as it's buried by Royce Clemens, his 22nd three of the year. Central is running out here big, 25-9.
Undefeated who?
Just getting point-blank shots, but the foul's going to get called on Jared Wagner. How do you get threes? Watch this. Penetrate, throw it back out, get plenty of time to line it up and bury it there, young man.
That's basketball there. That's pure basketball. Drive, kick, and knock it down, young man.
At the line, Darren McCauley, his first effort of the night. And let's take it to Charlie. He's somewhere roving around down the audience. Charlie, what do we got going on?
Guys, I'm sitting here understanding exactly why the area has been talking about Central York and this being one of the best teams they've had in years. I'm understanding why it's 25-10. No disrespect to West York, but I understand the way this team plays. They just keep going at a similar pace. They don't make mistakes, and they're tough. They can get it done. They finish around the basket, and that's a key.
They're trying to trap right now, but again, so unselfish on the pass, and yet this time going to be called for a walk. That will be the 10th turnover in the game now. Make that 9 turnovers in the game for Central.
With West York's three-point shooting ability and their pressing, that 14 points isn't a lot for those guys.
Exactly right.
They can get back in this game, Charlie.
Coming up in a little bit, Dave Trimber from Big 33, one of our sponsors, going to be down the sideline with Charlie. We're looking forward to that interview. West York now needs to value each possession to try to get back into this. And there's a big guy trying to take over again. Parker Weekly to the basket, already has 6 points. He'll draw the foul.
I'm really scratching my head right now. I watched the whole York High game, and actually before the game, Coach Schiller and I talked, and we said Parker Weekly really doesn't look to score. But tonight, he's a scoring machine.
Well, Weekly, watch Weekly making the move here. Good strong move by the big fella, just going to get the reach in. Central wanted the charge for Charlie Gingrich.
It was a close one there.
So Weekly converts 1 of 2. And you're going to get a timeout on the floor from Central. We'll take a timeout as well. It's 25-12. Central leads here in the second quarter, 3:17 to go. And you're watching it all on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
And there you see a lot of Central fans tonight. Red, white, and blue, the color of the choice tonight. But let's get down to Charlie Fortney. Charlie, what do they have to say on the sideline?
I'll tell you what, West York's not giving up with their game plan. It's a full court press, and again, West York just methodically getting that ball to the middle, breaking the press, being strong with the ball. They're doing something really smart though, guys. They're making 3, 4, 5 passes after they break the press, and it's really killing Western York's resolve on defense.
There again, moving without the basketball. Charlie Gingrich getting his 9th point for Central. They just keep on moving.
Those cuts on the baseline are killing West York right now. They're going to have to get their butts flat on the baseline and see both ways, see that man in ball. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night on the inside.
First foul on Nathan Markey. There's another familiar name, Nathan Markey. His dad, Brad Markey, was an All-American playing for F&M at guard.
That guy can shoot.
So you see a lot of lineage around here. You played against Brad Markey a few times, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think Charlie has some memories of playing with him.
Hey, now, Sam, I was fortunate enough that Brad was one of my teammates in those summer leagues. I didn't have to guard him. He didn't miss too many shots. What a great kid.
How about Macaulay tonight? 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. But, yeah, played for Glenn Robinson over there, who, of course, is the winningest Division III coach in the country. Markey also was an assistant coach there for a while at F&M. So a walk on Central.
I mean, what I see in the game is that every time West York gets Central to speed up, there's some fumble of the ball before they score.
Yeah, so you feel like they're pushing, they want to get it going, and they're getting a little bit, but it's not steady yet.
It's not. Even sometimes that they scored, it's still a little fumble. So West York might get to them come second half.
I like West York, though, trying to find the right shot here. And again, going into the weekly, but this time he's triple team.
Coach Ackerman saw something in his scouting report that has him going inside, but they're almost forcing it now.
Got a free look by Clemens. Missed. Another tap there by Gingrich. You talk about a guy that's been most valuable so far on the other side of the night. How about Gingrich throwing his name in there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Parker, every time he's getting, is looking to go.
I'll tell you what, guys, I wouldn't want to be near Weekly on a bad day. I'll tell you what, number 43, if he's not going to play basketball for somebody, I'm certainly going to recommend a football school for this young man.
And, man, he's just like a plow right there going through. This foul is going to be at Andrew Sowers. That'll be his second, team 9th now against Central here in the first half. As you see Kevin Sheeler, who played for Coach Mike Kesey over at York Catholic. We met him the other night on the broadcast we have with York Catholic and York High.
I have one up on Coach Schiller. I put up 100 when I was a high school coach, coaching against him when he was at Little Town. I always rub it in when I see him.
There you go. Here's Saxon. They just don't take bad shots, that's Central. And you're going to get a push.
Saxon is a tough cover because he's very fundamentally sound.
Tritino called for the foul. Excuse me, Sam.
No, you're fine. Tritino, he's a tough guy for West York. I noticed that. Between him, Gingrich, and Weekly, those are the bad boys of the Bulldogs.
Long stroke again, and it is clean from Sam Saxton. His first tray of the night. He's got 11 points in the game. West York trying to answer and does. And this time, burying it from the outside.
Knock one down on me, I'm coming right back at you for 3. That was nice.
That was Dick Tritino with his first points of the evening.
Tritino shoots the rock, I tell you.
Another good look, just coming out of the offense every time. Nathan Markey with his first deuce.
Let's go, more points on the board.
And they're looking for Weekly. Weekly, a good reason why, misses that time. Rebounded by Gingrich. The Weekly Gingrich matchup inside has been intriguing tonight.
It's nice, man. It's always great to see big fellas battling inside the paint. A lot of times you get a lot of guys who end up drifting to the outside. And I was a little skeptical when I watched Weekly play before. I seen that he could knock down a couple threes when he was getting out there, but they're in that paint battling.
How about Gingrich with 9 and Weekly with 8 so far?
Hey, there we go. That's the ball game now.
Ooh, tough pass, knocked away. Turnover number 6 this quarter now for Central.
Torres comes into games and immediately gets a turnover. I'm just a big fan.
Charlie, you're getting to watch this down courtside. What are you seeing trend-wise?
I see the same old trend. Central York being strong, and West York looking like they're not at their home court right now, guys. Not very comfortable.
Long shot to try to end the half, and that is going to be no good. And it's halftime. It's 32-18. Central leads West York at the half. We'll take a break. We've got the halftime shootout coming up here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
Advanced Hoops Intense Basketball Training is coming to the York area in 2014. Charlie Fortney is teaming up with Sam Sutton, former Towson University standout, where he scored 1,400 points.
Sam brings a work ethic and a passion to the game that reflects on all the players he coaches. I've seen Sam grow as a player. I am amazed at his ability to motivate young athletes.
Shooting, two-ball dribbling, offensive footwork. Go to advancedhoops.com and click on the York link to register.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Welcome back to High School Sports Live TV, and it's not all just about basketball. How about a little halftime entertainment? Let's go down to the floor. There you have a nice little halftime demonstration. The crowd loves that. And now we get ready for the halftime shootout brought to you by Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. And we're also happy tonight to be sharing it with Hoops Hysteria Tour. That's exactly right. They're on to be part of the 2014 U.S. Army Hoops Hysteria Tour. And let's go down to Charlie Fortney as all ready for the halftime shootout brought to you by Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. Charlie?
Okay, we're live here at Central York High School. Let's give it up for these guys. All right, we have Ian Dessenberg is going to make his way to half court for the U.S. Army And Jack G and Bubba family of dealers halftime shootout. Ian Dessenberg is going to be first, followed by Bellman Calkin and Katie Hakos. Let's go on out to half court, all three of you, and we'll start out with Ian. To my right is Staff Sergeant Mayava, who has some goodie bags for these guys. Also Nicole Berkey-Powell. The winner of this shootout is any one of these three that can make a half-court shot. They will receive earphones and a mini pad that they can plug it into if they can make it. So our first shooter is Ian. Ian, a half-court shot. Make sure you start out behind the line. This looks interesting. Oh, okay, Ian, that's a good benchmark for our next shooter, Bellman. Bellman, take a little bit off of it, big guy. This looks good. Oh! Bellman Calkin has won earphones and a mini pad, compliments of the U.S. Army and Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not done. We have Katie Hakos. Come on, Katie's gonna need a lot of help here, guys. Come on, Katie. Oh my gosh. Oh! Hey, let's give it up. Let's give it up for all three of our shooters, Ian Dessenberg, Bellman Calkin, Katie Hakos. They have a goodie bag from Staff Sergeant Miavo. We'd like to thank the Army. We also like to thank Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships because they're giving away some prizes here tonight. Back to you guys, Gary and Sam.
And thanks so much for Staff Sergeant Liesi Mavo. We also met a number of other heroes downstairs from our services, and we thank them for their help and their tour right now. And let's take one more look at Mr. Calkin, and there he is, and he banks it away, and we'll take a little time out too after that shot here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
Borman & Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years' experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman & Babb help you achieve your financial success.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
And welcome back to our halftime presented by Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, Sam Sutton. And the score in the first half for Central, Brandon Schaefer with 3, Jack Wagner with 2, Nathan Markey with 2. We had Charlie Gingrick with 9, the big guy on the inside, number 44 you saw. Andrew Sowers with 2, Royce Clemens with 3, 1-3 from the outside. And then Sam Saxton with 11 points, who certainly you have to call the leader in the first half for Central, Sam.
Absolutely. Sam Saxton is putting on a great performance early on in the game. And honestly, it was a very patient, not spotty, but he picked his spots to score. And he has an opportunity to really have a big second half.
Central's a 72% team free throw shooting team tonight. They're 3 out of 3 from the line. They've yet to miss. On the other side for the Bulldogs of West York, Nick Tortino with a 3, Ian Lalick with a 3. You've got Parker Weekly with 8, the big guy doing a nice job in the lane. Darian McCauley with 4. And then you've got, that's 18 points here in the first half. So really a tough time for West York trying to convert. They're 7 of 10 from the free throw line, so they are attacking the glass. But they have 11 turnovers. Central does as well. But 14-point difference here. I think you said something, Sam, that really made sense to me, though. That pressure defense they play, if you can get you into the fast game. The other night they played with York High, who loves to play that style. Not so much for Central. Central's winning the game at tempo so far tonight.
Absolutely. And I think they got on a little emotional high that York High game, and I think they've been grounded by Central now. I know Coach Ackerman is probably in that locker room tearing down walls, and they're going to come out the second half ready to play. Because if I was him, that's what I'd be doing. You know, you can't get too happy. You can't never get too high, never get too low when it comes time to basketball.
We have a chance to do a quick look here at the power ratings right now halfway through the season in the District 3. And Wilson, 12-1, leads the 4A, but there's Central in second. Big lofty numbers out there just ahead of Lower Dauphin, Cedar Crest, and Hempfield. Are they earning your respect tonight?
They've had my respect. I saw them early on against Dover, and that style of play was very impressive to me. So I think District 3 needs to beware because the Central York Panthers are real.
We got Red Lions sneaking there from the county as well in 8th. And that's that in AAA. West York's in second to Bishop McDevitt. We saw Bishop McDevitt earlier in the season. They are dynamite. But West York, number 2 to them right now. And, you got Steel High down there at 10. You got a lot of good teams in there, but Bishop McDevitt, obviously the class of that group.
Bishop McDevitt is. I would love to see a West York Bishop McDevitt. But if you look at those power rankings again, one thing that people are underestimating is that Bermuda Springs team. They are special. They are special. That Bermuda Springs team is a great team. And right now, I believe they're number 5 in the district. So if you sleep on them, you might be in trouble.
And my old team, the Crimson Tide, getting it done now, 10-3. And they're leading AA. Hanover's in second for the York Area League. You got the Lone Catholic in there at 4th. York Catholic at 8th. Even though they're having a little bit of a tough time right now, they're playing a lot of good teams. So
yes, they are.
When you look at the York area teams, pretty strong showing so far.
Absolutely. I think York County basketball is definitely on the rise. And like I said earlier in talking about the Central basketball team, you can attribute that a lot to AAU basketball. And then the meshing of a lot of these high schools and AAU basketball. These kids are playing basketball all year round right now.
Yeah, they really are. And I talked to Kevin Sheeler before the game. He said, we might have played 30 games in the summer.
Yeah.
Bill Ackerman, the same thing.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and get ready for the start of the second half. It's Central York and the West York Bulldogs here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
Advanced Hoops Intense Basketball Training is coming to the York area in 2014. Charlie Fortney is teaming up with Sam Sutton, former Towson University standout, where he scored 1,400 points.
Sam brings a work ethic and a passion to the game that reflects on all the players he coaches. I've seen Sam grow as a player. I am amazed at his ability to motivate young athletes.
Shooting, two-ball dribbling, offensive footwork. Go to advancedhoops.com and click on the York link to register.
And we're just getting ready to start the second half here. It's High School Sports Live TV. Tonight, the York Area League. Central leads at the half, 32-18, and they've got the ball. And again, the guy who's been leading the charge tonight, Sam Saxton, 11 points in a very balanced group here in the first half. Both teams undefeated in their divisions. Central from Division 1, West York from 2.
These back doors will drive you crazy as a defender.
Another good long look, and it's the same old story as Royce Clemens with his second 3 of the night, 23rd of the year, and Central continues to push it.
Backdoor, 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 wide open 3. Great basketball.
Another good look inside by Parker Weekly.
Parker Weekly is a very good player.
Take a look at this. You're all the time. You're inside with the defense. Look at the defense get sucked in, and then there it is. You're standing wide open, and you get a 3 under your terms.
That was a great shot, first of all. But I'm really believing that they've established their presence in the middle. It's time to get running and getting some shots up from the perimeter now for the West York Bulldogs. They plan to get back in this game.
I think it's the 3rd foul on Andrew Sowers. Every possession, big possession for West York here if they're to get back in this one. Nice pass underneath and the finish by Darren McCauley, who now has 6 on the night. Give credit to Joshua Bailey on a nice lob there. Boy, I'll tell you what. Central staying on the glass and losing out of bounds. Another good shot, though, you think, by Saxton coming in there.
As Charlie noted earlier, if you are not a strong defender, Saxton's going to get by you. He's strong.
Talk about the officials down there. There you see Kevin Lawrence in the backcourt. Underneath the basket, you see John Eister. He's an old Bulldog player from years ago, West York. Of course, John Eister also was a head coach, the different John Eister. And a fine gentleman of the game here in the county, too. Central trying to get a little too quick to the other end, and turnover number 12, although they say it's going to be tipped, I think.
That's why, as a coach, a lot of times you want to see that ball gets to a guard's hand and let the guard make the decision, because that was a 3-on-1. You got to convert those plays.
And there you see Kevin Sheeler for Central, a York Catholic graduate, along with his assistant coaches, Joe Fauci, Christian Wagman. Wow. I'll tell you what, Saxton is just burning it.
That was a nice move there. 2 dribbles forward, behind the back, pull up, splash.
Saxton with 14 in the game. Long shot from the outside by Niederer. West York gets the offensive rebound. Back under Niederer, and he loses it. Take a look again. Here's Central, just methodical. It's like watching a doctor. Precision. Pull up off the jumper, step back. And let's get down to Charlie Fortney. Charlie, you've done that a few times. That's pretty good balance for the shooter, right?
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm standing next to Mike Snell, the superintendent for Central York, who came in a few minutes into the game and is amazed at how well they're playing. But we just talked about Saxon, how good he is. It's the talk of the gym tonight, is how good number 21 is for Central York.
Well, and that move right there demonstrating it, this time off the screen on the ball, and Saxon shaking the screen and going, watch this. Watch the little French pastry on the turn. Talk about it, Sam.
That's beautiful, man. It's the strength. Saxon, he turns that corner, and he gets that shoulder down, and he finishes.
And speaking of finishing, how about that turnover once again, and taken down by Charlie Gingrich. He has 11 points.
Somebody tell a big fella he's on TV. He hasn't dunked that play right there.
Hey, you know,
he's
guys,
on television.
he was laughing on the way down the court. I think he was laughing because the student section thought he was going to dunk, and I think he laid it in on purpose to have fun with them.
Drive by Noah Cable and then the jump ball.
That's one of those plays when you get home and you watch it back on replay, you're mad at yourself.
Check this out.
I had the opportunity to be a star.
Bill Ackerman just sent 5 new players onto the court.
You know what, guys? I did that as a coach one time, and I came back in a game. I was down 21 and won the game. I'm not saying that's happened here tonight, but I appreciate the boldness of the coach to say, hey, I got 5 guys on the bench that I believe in that can play and maybe execute just a little bit better. That's a good message to send to your team.
You know what, but
long shot by Fry.
Where we sit at, we're not really, the scoreboards are not really visible. I'll let them finish this play first.
Another little spin job by Saxton. 7 points this quarter, 18 in the game. Central is blowing it out 43-20.
My man SS. But what I was going to say is we aren't looking at the score much, so it feels like a real good game, but it's a 23-point game right now.
Long stroke by Einzig quickly. Central, transition, in. You're going to get a timeout, I think, here shortly.
And not only is it a 25-point game now, but it's 2 of 14-0 team.
Jared Wagner with 2 that time.
You know what, guys? I'm looking at the coaching staff of West York, and I think they're doing when you know your team's just getting beaten every way, they're not calling a timeout at this point. They're not bailing this team out. They're going to let this team feel every piece of it so that this can be a teaching point if they go on the lose for the rest of the season.
And you're going to see a foul called out front. That'll be on Royce Clemens. That'll be his first. You know, you talk about Coach Ackerman. Let's take a look first of all at these drives by Central. Here's the first one, Sam. Take us to it.
Sam Saxon, too strong, too good. Finishes for 2 points.
Now watch how quickly they convert this time.
And again, Sam Saxon showing strength. Gets the rebound and chucks it down the court, full court for a layup.
You thought Central was just a half-court team. They're showing you a little more than that today. There's a good look on the baseline. Putting it away is going to be Ian Lillick. That's his 5th point of the evening. Bill Ackerman said this West York team, he said, I don't know if they'll ever be the best, but he said they're my favorite team I've had. One of the most favorite teams. A lot of people don't know it. Bill Ackerman had prostate cancer this summer. He was out for 4 weeks. Told his assistant coaches, listen, if I'm back in 4 weeks, he said, I want to see this team better. Well, his seniors got everybody together, and they went to war. And they ended up going out and playing later on in the year up in Reading. They played at Albright. They played against some great teams. And he said, I started to think this team might be something special this year. Bill Ackerman, by the way, pretty good friend of not a bad golfer, a guy named Jim Furyk. He was in Jim Furyk's wedding, and Furyk was in his.
Nice.
They lived 5 doors away from each other, and they graduated from the same class. They still remain great friends.
That's nice.
Well, there it is. Every loose ball going your way, and Gingrich, 13 points.
And that was on the receiving end of a dipsy-doodle type pass from Saxton as he was falling out of bounds. He's on the receiving end of pretty much everything happening here tonight.
Third turnover of the quarter. Look at this. Man, I'll tell you what, Central putting on a show right now.
They are. They really are.
Wow.
I'm thoroughly impressed with this team, and I told Coach Schiller that.
Well, take a look at the passing. You talk about unselfishness. Here you go.
Sam Saxon's strength is amazing.
Okay, so the loose ball comes up. Gingrich puts it away. Then watch this. This is emblematic of the whole night. There's Clemens knocking down free throws.
Hey, real quick to all my viewers out there, please follow us on Twitter at HSS, at HS Sports Live, and hashtag HSS Live. Let me hear who your player of the game is, but you know who mine is already.
Clemens again. Central, this won't surprise you, perfect from the line tonight. Let's get it down to Charlie. Charlie, tell you what, this is like watching a clinic.
Well, and it is, and I'm as impressed. I'm as impressed with the West York coaching staff as I am of anything going on here tonight, because Gary and Sam, you know, there's going to be games in your career and games as a player and a coach where you just can't control. You just can't pre-predict what was going to happen when you walk in the gym. But the coach is keeping calm, but he's making decisions, mental decisions with these players, not to give up on the team right now, but to train them for what's to come and build them for the playoffs. And you can tell he has a strategy.
We'll stay right here as the huddle's coming in. Charlie makes a great point. They had a tough win at York High the other night, expended a lot of energy. Now you come in here with another pressure-packed game tonight, although it's not going to affect you in the loss column in your division. So what approach do you take to this game, Sam, when you're down right now by, 27 points?
Charlie hit it right on the head. You want to teach these guys a lesson, because I know Coach Ackerman is probably feeling like they are a little too high from that York High game. And then you come in here and you get your butt kicked. So, hey, you're gonna live this one out. And but to build up what Charlie said, in the York High game, Coach Ackerman sat there as well. That's his coaching style, Charlie.
Yeah, guys, I was right next to the huddle. The Coach Ackerman didn't even let the kids sit on the bench. He said, stay on the court. He huddled them up, calmly said to every one of them, I don't want you looking at the score. I want you to take one possession at a time, and let's build one play at a time. Great advice, guys.
Nathan Markley with the long shot, just a miss. And I like that. Bill Ackerman knows this is not the season in one game. So he's going to work hard on getting everybody and stretching his depth. And how about that depth being stretched? As Ian Lillick with his 4th point in the second half. He's got 7 on the night.
While it's always good to be undefeated, it's great to have some losses because you always learn from a loss.
I think how they end this game right now in this 4th quarter, going into this 4th quarter, is going to be more important than the result, because it's going to be tough winning this game at this point, but it is going to be more important than the result for West York.
And right now with an all-new lineup in there, essentially Central just doing the same thing. What a block, though. Great job coming across that time was Diego Torres, and then turning around on the other end quickly is Joshua Bailey for 2.
I really felt at the beginning of this game that Josh Bailey needed to have a presence in this game. He was a very big presence in that York High game, so I expected that from him tonight. So maybe if we can get it going, West York can start climbing back in this thing.
Long shot again by, this time, Markey, a 3. Markey with his 10th 3 on the season.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this on TV because Brad and I know each other. His son has something he didn't have, and that's height. He's blessed with some height, guys.
Yeah, he is. Brad was not a big guy, but I'll tell you what.
He can light it up.
You talk about confidence. He had it. Quickly rebounded there by Central. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Markey pulls up again. Misses. Taken by Einzig. Einzig brings it down, pulls up. Nice jump shot by Kyle Einzig, the junior. His first 2s of the evening.
Einstein hit a 90-footer in that York High game to end the 3rd quarter, which turned that game around.
Who has the ball? Sam Saxton. Nowhere to go with it. Ball be tipped out of bounds off Central.
Guys, Coach Ackerman coaching every play. As soon as the bucket went in, his team sagged back to half court. He quickly got on them to say, put pressure on the ball. Then they did, and there's the turnover.
That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter as it is buried. Maybe that'll get him going. West York. Joshua Bailey. Take a look at it again. One final look. You're getting down the court.
Wow.
Here you go. Wow. And that'll be it. We won't get to see that. We'll try to get it when we come back here. You're watching High School Sports Live TV. It's on ABC 27.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
And here was the shot at the end of the last quarter.
Thanks to everyone who registered tonight. Army strong.
There it is, long bank, open. And you saw it buried out there by Mr. Bailey. Please come home.
Call me crazy, but I think him and Instinct have a game of horse going on that none of us know about. Because I tell you, the York High game, he hit one from about that same exact spot.
Joshua Bailey, 7 points in the game. To start the 4th quarter, Central up by 22. Make that 32. Yeah, 22, excuse me. Drive by Central, got a jump ball. And it will go to West York. Let's go down to Charlie. He is with a very special guest. Charlie, take it away.
I'm with Ryan Kaufman, the principal of Central York High School. Ryan, you just came back from a very important deployment and were recognized before the game. Talk about what that meant to you.
It was really nice. It's the student body here, the U.S. Army, our recruiters here at Central York. I mean, that was just a real nice thing for them to do. They were here when I came back to the school about 2 months ago, and this was just another nice recognition.
We appreciate your service. Talk about this atmosphere tonight. Are you proud of your boys for coming out so strong tonight?
Oh my goodness, the basketball team's just playing wonderful. You know, they're showing their maturity on the court, and our student body, I'm proud that they're showing their maturity in cheering for our kids in a mature fashion.
Thank you. Gary, Sam, we're here with a hero. We're standing next to a hero.
Yeah, the heroes that walk among us, and there you see one of them. And thank you for the service to the country. And Central goes back up the court now, 54-33. Nice stroke to the outside. Be taken back by West York. West York get a little bit of momentum back here, although they missed that shot, Sam.
Well, next basket, they score. If they can hold them here, they'll go under 20, which is not a bad place to be at.
We saw Royce Clemens with a drive.
Ping pong game going on.
Yeah, and throwing it away. That's going to be turnover number 17 now for Central. West York will get it back. By the way, Clemens, number 22, will play one sport for sure in college. He's an NCAA Division I volleyball recruit at Penn State. Wow. One of the great volleyball programs in the country.
Big leagues there.
But he still was right there at the workouts throughout the course of the season. Well, West York getting some good shots now, just not able to put it away.
Well, they don't have a lot of height. They went with a quick lineup to try to speed things up, and it's working, but there was nobody to rebound there. That's the one thing you lose when you're trying to make the lineup smaller and quicker.
There's another turnaround off a turnover. As sticking it in will be Jared Wagner.
I think West York, this is a time in a tough game like this where West York missed their leader, Kevin Rice. I believe in the York High game, when the tempo was fast, they were able to just play. But right now, when you got to get to the half court a couple times, you need your best player.
Tino answered on the other end for West York. Rebounded. Cable gets it ahead.
That's a good perspective, Sam. As we all know, when you have somebody that you've relied on, that makes a difference.
Here's a steal. You see the steal right there by Kessler? Get it ahead to Jared Wagner and put it away, and that's what you do. 50% of the whole combination is getting the steal. The other 50% is making sure you get a nice bucket off that on the other side.
It's converting the play. You're absolutely right.
Creating new possessions, but you got to finish. Here's Bailey. Long stroke for the outside. Won't go for Tyler Wagner, and then scrum on the floor. And a timeout called by Central. Will take one as well. 56-36, the Panthers rolling on this one with 5:07 to go. We'll be back on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's the lemonade. Best part's the tea.
Lemonade!
Tea. Lemonade. Tea. Lemonade. Tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
And welcome back to Central York High School.
Best part's the lemonade.
56-36. The Panthers lead here at halftime. And that young man right there used to caddy for me in some tournaments. He also played high school or junior high basketball for me at Susquehannock. And then he went on to play for the University of South Carolina in baseball, where he was an outstanding player. His name's Rob Reinhardt. And his son is probably one of the best golfers here in the York Area League.
Hey, Gary, I am sick of running into people in this gym tonight that golfed against you, with you, or something. Look, I'm done hearing about it.
Hey, Charlie, I'm feeling left out. You take the words right out of my mouth. When do we get to go golfing?
Hey, I'll take you guys this summer.
Hey, no,
How
listen,
about Nick
Gary,
Torchino, by the way? We want to make sure we don't miss Nick's three. That's his second. He's got 7 in the second half.
Listen, meet me on the driving range. I need lessons first.
Well, here you see it. Great job. Get the rebound, get it back outside. Torchino with a good stroke. 2 threes. And West York on the board again. So the Bulldogs making a little bit of a run here. They've got it back to 15. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, that's a 5-basket game, guys.
And they're coming hard right now with the defense. They're feeling it. But now Central may be buying into the speed. And look at the shot, though. Big answer for Central that time.
Oh, wow.
Jared Wagner.
Nice
and then the steal
nice
and another
move.
one. Jared Wagner with the bucket, gets the steal, coming back in. And just when West York making their move, Central answers. Here you go. Bang, bang plays. Kessler across the court. Here comes Wagner. Big answer for West York's run, but then here's Wagner again sticking around. Little sloppy pass. Wagner coming back, and he'll get fouled by Diego Torres.
That's not necessarily a sloppy pass. That's the guard's responsibility to catch the ball and square up.
Got to come back to the ball.
All my youth players, we do a drill called rebound outlet every time. Once you receive your outlet, you need to turn and square up. Otherwise, you get that travel call, that turnover call, or a charge a lot of times in those cases.
Guys, I would say that last play most likely could be our play of the game, because that was the closest West York's been in it, 15, and all of a sudden, that's a 4-point swing. Now it's back to 19. That right there was a big play, guys.
And how about this? Team that shoots 72% from the line. You think, well, that's a pretty high percentage. How about 100% tonight? They have not missed one free throw, has Central.
Yeah,
great
that's
pass
great.
Nice
underneath. Pass.
Great pass from Trey Tino catching Nieder. And that was a huge shot.
Yeah, that would have cut it to 14.
Look at Clemens. Clemens just knocking it away. What a play by Clemens. You talk about heady. There it is. Clemens with 10 points. Wow.
It's too many nice plays. I tell you what, though, Charlie, I'm still stuck on that move that Sam Saxon did for the jump shot earlier on.
Hey, I'm with that one, too. I forgot about that. My fault.
I'm still stuck on that. That was nice.
That was a nice move.
Bailey off the front of the iron. This has got to be kind of the final gasp right now if you're West York. Another great pass. Oh, good block. They're going to call a foul.
I saw a good block as well there.
Parker Weekly over the top. And
I love Weekly. He looks at, I mean, it doesn't matter what the score. He looks at the student section from Central York and says, no, not in here. Not in here.
I'll tell you one of the things that's interesting tonight, though. We talked about the big men running the court. Both Gingrich and Weekly both run the court extremely well. The parade continues. Charlie Gingrich now with 14 points.
I promise you. I did think this would be a good game, but I'm not surprised by this score. Central was a really good team. The District 3 better beware. But I do know the number one seed as far as the power rankings, Wilson, is a very tough team. So it's going to be a nice district matchup.
Sam, and I wouldn't rule West York's making a comeback, especially if they can get their star player back in 4 to 6 weeks, I think, what the forecast is, because they're going to grow up during this time.
Absolutely. Joshua Bailey in for 2 points. He has 9. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Let's take a look, first of all. Joshua Bailey showing you a lot here in the second half. Good little teardrop, and we'll take a break.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
And we're in the central huddle, and Charlie Fortney's down there. Charlie, what are they saying in the huddle here?
Actually, Gary, I actually moved over a little here, but I will tell you there's energy still in the student section. There's energy in this gym, and there's a feeling in this gym that this has been a long time coming for Central York. It has been, this may be one of the best teams in school history. Talking to the superintendent, Mike Snell, earlier, and you heard the interview of the principal. There's an excitement in this community that, again, that hasn't been here in a long time, and it's nice to see.
You know, I go way back with Central back in the 60s. They had names like Jim Gabert and Jim Reif and people like that. Great players. Good steal here by West York. And Lollick. You're going to see no quit in this team is Ian Lollick with his 11th point now for the Bulldogs.
Lollick is a spark plug, and that just keeps going.
But back in the late 60s, it was Central, Spring Grove, Northeastern who were fighting all the time for the West Division. Stolen again here by Diego Torres. Ahead to Lollick. kicked out of bounds. It'll be off Central. Will stay with West York. And then there's been some other Central teams that have been good over the years, but they've never, ever. 74 was their last league championship, so they've been thirsty to get back in good league competition here for some time.
They've never had a consistent system as they do right now. And this is beautiful. It really is. It's great basketball to watch.
I'll tell you, that young man showed me a lot second half. Bailey, he's been a good leader out there. Clemens.
You know what I think, though, Gary? I think when I think of West York Bulldogs, I think of a great team, and I told you that at the beginning of the broadcast. But Central is also a great team, and I think West York's one of their strengths is that they beat you with a team effort. And Central, they're more of an organized team than West York. West York is a very good and well-coached team, but they're up and down, and I think the organized fashion won tonight.
Well, and I think also you mentioned earlier Kevin Rice, 15 points out of your lineup.
Yeah.
In a half-court game, I think makes a difference.
Absolutely.
In a full-court game, you can fill in people. Half-court game, you need a little bit more of that tempo setter.
Absolutely. One of the questions I asked Coach Schiller at the beginning of the game, before the game, was, is everyone healthy? And he said yes, absolutely. So that is a difference. That's a major one. That's a great point.
Well, and the thing that Coach Ackerman can take away with his team is, guys, look, yeah, we lost, but we won the fourth quarter, okay? Right. At one point, we're down 24 points, and we won the last 10 minutes of the basketball game. And next time, we can't dig ourselves a hole if we face this ball club, and they will. And if they, like I said, if they face another good team.
Well, you can be seeing an area championship game eventually between these two clubs again, so they'll certainly both learn a lot of lessons tonight.
We're fortunate to be able to cover the semifinals, which we'll see the four best teams in the district square off on February 11th.
Because a chance two of these might be in it. Oh, Bailey, I'll tell you what. Great second half for Bailey tonight, Joshua Bailey. 11 points now for the Bulldogs.
Bailey is my official West York Bulldog reporter. We actually attend the same church, so I usually get to report on how they're doing.
Got a timeout. His ball's tied up over the side. Let's get down to Charlie again. Charlie, you know, you've been traveling on both huddles tonight. You know, you just sense the Central team doesn't sweat. I mean, they just kind of go about the business. They have fun playing, but they're methodical.
Well, guys, I'm down here next to the student section, and I have a group of kids right here that this game's not over. We got a minute and, 23 seconds. Have you guys lost any energy tonight? Guys, that's all I can say.
I'll tell you what, we've seen some of the more interesting headgear this game, haven't we?
Yeah. They have some great costumes tonight, including that one right there.
That's a Panther, man.
That's the Panther.
He's been on the prowl tonight, huh?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, the cheerleaders for Central York are doing a great job tonight. I've been standing over here near, and I've had to get out of the way. They're doing a lot of flips and twists and jumping in the air. The security guard has had to pull me away so I didn't get hit a few times.
Hey, Charlie, they take cheerleading business very serious in Central. If you look up at that banner there, I see a 2013 division champion there.
Well, it's a sport here, guys.
It's a sport.
It's a sport. They're going to appreciate these comments, I'm sure.
Well, the West York cheerleaders done a great job at the other end tonight. Unfortunately, have not had as much to cheer about, but there'll be another day very soon for them. This team has played outstanding basketball all year long, and one game does not ever a season make.
Not at all.
Was Saxon just a cool customer. Broke the trap that time, found the open man. Looked at just a clinic. Keeping the ball spread, daring you to come out and foul or double team, and there's the foul on Bailey. Kevin Sheeler can be very proud of the coaching job he's done this season with this Bulldog or with this Panther team. There you see him on the side. His dad, by the way, an outstanding football official here in York County. And to my knowledge, is not, well, actually, he's down playing golf right now in Myrtle Beach. So there's another golf.
There we go, more golf, Charlie.
Oh, man.
Hey, my Twitter followers, can you tell me who you think the player of the game is? Who is the player of the game?
Sam, what's Twitter? I have no idea. To me, Twitter is a foreign language here, guys.
Hey, I've got Twitter. I'm at Gary G. Sutton, so I got a little Twitter account going on.
Wait, tweet Gary tonight, guys. Everybody gets Gary's Twitter going.
There you go.
I'm at Real Sam Sutton and HSS Live.
Here's Wagner. The only real mystery right now, Wagner with 9 points, is will Central miss a free throw? Unofficially, they have not missed any. And that will continue.
This is an impressive win by Central tonight. It really is.
Guys, I vote Saxon player of the game. What do you guys?
We got Saxton.
2S.
Saxton, 18 points tonight, but his presence on the floor has done so much more. Everything has flowed through him to the other players. He makes everybody around him a better player. And they've got a lot of good players here. Saxton, only a junior, by the way. Long three. Oh, can't get the roll.
I tell you, in York County right now, most teams are dominated by juniors and sophomores. You have a couple of really good seniors out there like Mike Fox, but for the most part, it's the juniors and the sophomores running these teams.
And again, a lot of that, you can look at the AAU programs.
Absolutely.
Where people are playing, like Advanced Hoops, Charlie ahead of that program, and great kids are getting to see great players out there they can see during the course of the season. So,
yeah, what a lot of people in York County don't know is Advanced Hoops and my All Sports Friends AAU program have a nice partnership going on, and we'll be doing some big things coming up.
By the way, Central's next game is coming up against New Oxford. That'll be at New Oxford on the 17th. And for West York, they're at home against Spring Grove on the 16th. So, two pretty good games coming up for both those teams.
Spring Grove is a real wily basketball team. They have a young freshman who's the coach's son, James Brooks, who's very good. Charlie might have played with James Brooks. If you've ever seen him, he's a great shooter. He was.
Yeah, I don't remember specifically, Sam, but I played against a lot of good players, and I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, York has put out some really good products.
There's Saxon at the line. 19th point.
I'm surprised he's still in the game.
Well, you know what? That's a credit to West York. I don't think Coach Kevin from Central York feels like this game's going to be in the bag until the buzzer sounds. Because, yes, West York has not stopped playing hard all game long, and that's an important point to make.
2 more free throws made. 20 points a night for Saxton. 30 seconds left. Strong move by West York's Chase Nieder.
I tell you this, Charlie. I have not watched a 20-point win as exciting as this. This has been a great game.
When you look at the schedule for Central right now, 21st, they're going to be at York High. That'll be a huge night. York High's going through some tough losses this season as Nieder nails the first shot here.
It's not too often that you have two teams in York County playing each other that both beat York High.
Yeah,
that's
right.
not often at all.
I would say there's parity across the teams in all divisions this year, from York to Lancaster, all the District 3 divisions this year. Would you guys agree with that?
I do. I believe. I agree with you totally.
When you don't know who's favored to win quad A, triple A, double A, or single, well, I don't know about single A, but when you don't know who's favored, that's good amateur basketball right there.
You know, you watch this Central team tonight. There's Clemens going to the line. There's just no weaknesses in terms of handling the basketball. The 5-man motion, everybody's got a hand in the basketball, and they've got 9 to 10 kids that can come into the game and do it, and here they are checking out, getting the high fives. Let's listen to it.
Hey, guys, I just want to say right now, fans at home, we got some exciting interviews coming up here with Coach Kevin Schuyler and Sheeler. I'm being corrected by the scorebook here. And also our player of the game, Saxton.
Listen, I mean, building off your point, Gary, as far as the Central team goes, with the exception of Sam Saxon and Gingrich, all the players are very similar. Yeah. They just come at you.
By the way, and again, this is unofficial. 15 out of 15 for the free throw line tonight for Central.
I mean, when I watched them play, I was impressed with the fact that they were shooting jump shots and not hitting the rim. So,
that was 2.8 seconds, 71 to 50.
These costumes in the building are the best. I see a guy walking in a blue Cookie Monster outfit.
Hey guys, I just got a text from Steve Little, who blogs all over the state. He said Central York is the real deal. Well, Steve Little, thanks for the shout out.
They were the real deal here tonight, 71 to 50. They win. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our post-game show here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
For 57 years, you know the Big 33 Football Classic as the Super Bowl of high school football. 2012 brought the Big 26 Baseball Classic. Look out in the fall of 2014, the Big 13 Basketball Classic, which will feature top high school basketball talent. Stay tuned at big33.org.
Advanced Hoops Intense Basketball Training is coming to the York area in 2014. Charlie Fortney is teaming up with Sam Sutton, former Towson University standout, where he scored 1,400 points.
Sam brings a work ethic and a passion to the game that reflects on all the players he coaches. I've seen Sam grow as a player. I am amazed at his ability to motivate young athletes.
Shooting, two-ball dribbling, offensive footwork. Go to advancedhoops.com and click on the York link to register.
Commonwealth Connections Academy, a tuition-free public cyber school serving students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing, which is scary. But you threw Moore out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, rollers, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza. Make it great.
Welcome back to our Advanced Hoops post-game show, and let's get down to the court side where Charlie Fortney is with our player of the game and our winning coach. Charlie, take it away.
I'm actually right now with Sam Saxton. He is the player of the game, the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships player of the game. Sam, what impresses me about you tonight, you know, this mic in my hand is not all I've done. I've played basketball before, our commentators have. We know the game, and you ran the show tonight and figured out a way to get 20 points and also get your teammates involved. You're very unselfish. You're under control. Talk about, for our viewers, there's probably some like 6th and 7th grade kids out there, 8th grade kids watching the game. I'm thinking of them. Talk about what your workout regiment looks like in the offseason, because when I watch you play, I can tell you practice the game.
I attend a lot of basketball camps and just like week-long camps all day long. And when I'm not doing those, I'm either with my AAU team practicing, or occasionally, if I'm just sitting around the house with nothing to do, I'm out in the driveway shooting, doing some dribbling drills, pump fake, tack the basket.
Well, I'll tell you, it's paying off. Talk about tonight. What was the mentality going in? Because West York came in undefeated. Naturally, you're at home. You guys have had some success this year, but whenever a team's undefeated, what did that feel like, and what was your preparation like as a team?
Knowing that they're undefeated, I mean, that's real impressive for a team to go undefeated in this area. So we knew we had a big game ahead of us, but our coach in the locker room just told us, hey, we're not playing a team that's undefeated. We're playing a team that's trying to come in here and get a win in our gym. And it motivated us to just work our hardest.
Now, talk about life after high school. You talked earlier before we came on about wanting to get a good education, but do you have any goals in particular at playing at the next level? Is there one school that comes to mind?
My initial thought when that question's asked, it would be a school like Bucknell.
Well, you know, Bucknell's number 4 in the country in academics among student athletes, so that's not a bad choice. There's several area kids like Matt Banis and Ryan Hill at Bucknell. But, guys, we're here with Sam Saxon, the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships, player of the game, 20 points, but more importantly, led his team to a big win over West York. Thank you, Sam. Guys, back to you.
Welcome back to the Advanced Hoops post-game show, and maybe we'll get back down there with Coach Sheeler in a few moments, but when you look at Central tonight, Wagner, Brandon Shater with 3 points, Wagner with 10, Nathan Markey with 5, Gingrich with 15, started the game hot on the inside, Sowers with 2, and then you get Royce Clemens with 12, Sam Saxton with 20. You talk about balanced scoring. Wow. There it is. Over on the other side, you take a look at Tratino with 8 tonight. I like his 3-point stroke, by the way. Lalick in there with 11 points off the bench. Parker Weekly with 8, mostly in the first half. He didn't really get any points in the second half. Nieder with 3. Joshua Bailey showed you a lot in the second half of the game tonight with 11. Darian McCauley, 8. Einsick with 2. So there was a scoring for West York. We're going to take a look at our play of the game here, and let's bring it up right now. This is our CRIA play of the game, and here it was. There's the basket. And the basket in there by Jared Wagner. Wagner steals it back and says, let me try this again. And ended up going to the line for 2, which, of course, he made because Center was 15 out of 15 from the line tonight. I don't know if he can do any better than that. I don't think he can.
I don't. I think they played a perfect, almost perfect game tonight. And like I said, District 3 needs to beware of the Central York Panthers. They're no longer a fluff team that you just easy win on your schedule.
The name of the game tonight was tempo. And we talked at the top of the show about West York trying to speed the tempo up. But you saw Central tonight kind of sneaky tempo every now and then. They don't want to play fast, but they play opportunistic basketball, and they find the open man and make the extra pass all night long.
Every time. Opportunistic was the best word that could have been used right there because they want to slow the ball down. However, when it was time to move fast, they kept up with West York. They fumbled the ball a couple times, but they converted those plays, and they settled in, and they got a win. It was impressive.
West York now goes to 14-1. That's their first loss of the season. They're still 8-0 in their division. On the other side, you've got Central going now to 12-2. They are still undefeated in their division, and we mentioned the games they have coming up next. We've got some games coming up next, too. This coming Friday. CD at CD East. That's always a backyard brawl, and that'll get started at 6 p.m. It's a boy-girl doubleheader, and we'll be bringing all of it to you here on ABC 27. You see 27.2 RTV. We're going to take a final break here, and we'll come back with a final word on this one tonight. 71-50, Central beats West York here at Central York High School. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The countdown is on. Jack Giambalvo Mazda's countdown to closeout. Your best chance to save big. The 2014 Mazda CX-5. Save over $3,000. Yours for $19,290. Or a 2014 Mazda 3. Save $2,500. Yours for $15,340. Get more at Jack Giambalvo Mazda. But hurry, the countdown to closeout is on now. Shop Mazda at Giambalvo.com.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Welcome back to our Advanced Hoops post-game show here on ABC 27, High School Sports Live. We want to thank Chad Edwards tonight, by the way, our director, and all our great camera crew tonight. These guys work so hard, and they're here like at 1:30 in the afternoon setting up all day long. We're so proud of Invicta, Chad, and that group. We'd also like to thank, as always, Charlie Fortney, who roved all over the building tonight, put some extra miles on the heels. And, of course, my partner, Sam Sutton. It's been great working with you again tonight, Sam. Marty Trimmer here at Central York High School, the AD, who's been so hospitable for us. He also plays golf with me every now and then, by the way. We've had fun with that tonight. We hope you've had fun this evening, too. Great basketball and lots more to come this season. Don't forget Friday night, CD and CD East, all here On High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Again, your final score tonight, Central beats West York in a battle of the divisional unbeatens, 71-50. Have a great evening, everyone, and don't forget to watch High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.